A very good afternoon to you all. I am Dr. Amarjit Kaur. I am Professor of Accounting and Dean at Department of Management, Gurugram University, Gurugram. I am author of 8 books and about 50 research papers. I am a certified management accountant from Institute of Management Accountants, USA. I am a member of Chicago chapter. I am very happy to be present this afternoon here with you to talk on the agenda as above. So we are going to talk about bank reconciliation statement, that how to prepare bank reconciliation statement when the credit balance of cash book is given, and before that we will talk about 4 possible scenarios. Friends, this is this particular part 2 is a continued lecture from the previous part. In part 1, we discussed that how to prepare a bank reconciliation statement when the debit balance as per cash book is given. And in this half, we are going to talk about how to prepare a bank reconciliation statement when credit balance of the cash book is given. So, before we discuss that, I shall be discussing that there are 4 possible scenarios to prepare a bank reconciliation statement. The first scenario is that when the debit balance means a positive balance as per cash book is given. The second scenario is when the credit balance, which means a negative balance as per cash book, is given. The third situation or the scenario is that a debit balance is given but of the passbook this time. And the last and the fourth scenario is that a credit balance of the as per passbook is given. So accordingly, we have discussed the first scenario in the previous part 1, and in this part I am going to discuss how to prepare a bank reconciliation statement when credit balance means negative balance of the cash book is given. Okay, and the remaining 2 scenarios we will take up in future sessions. So, when credit balance of cash book is given and we are required to prepare bank reconciliation statement, friends, please understand that credit balance means a decrease. Cash book is something which is showing, the asset which business, is holding, either at bank or within the business itself. So, when we say the cash book bank account column, means we are talking about the cash held at bank by the business, because cash book, 2-column cash book would have one cash column, another bank column. So, we are talking about bank column of the cash book here, right, just to clarify to you. And the credit balance means your book is showing there is an overdraft facility, right. Negative means you have an overdraft facility, you have consumed, you have used more cash than whatever you deposited with the bank. This is what it means, right. So credit, it's very important that you have this basic understanding of normal balance. Now, how do we treat certain items when the credit balance of the cash book, as per cash book of the bank account is given? We add certain items, we subtract certain items. So friends, actually all those items which we add when the debit balance is given are actually added even in this situation as well, when the credit balance of the bank column as per cash book is given. It means there is no difference of adding or subtracting items given in the scenario, even in the question or in the caselet, even if the credit balance of the bank column is given to us, right. So important is that we should have a clarity that why should I be adding an item or why should I be subtracting an item. For that you should have a common sense, you need to use your common sense. you need to think from a business perspective, or you simply think from your own perspective, because all of us do deal with the banks. We do banking. A very good a number of Indian population is now using banking services. So I am expecting that my listeners are all using the banking services. So basically you need to use your common sense, that what will happen to my bank balance, my amount shown by my passbook or my bank statement, if a check has been sent or deposited by you in the bank and it's not credited. What will happen to my bank balance as per the passbook if you received if you issued a check but the person has not presented for collection. So it's a very common sense. You're in one situation your bank balance will show an higher amount as per passbook. In another situation your passbook will show a lower amount. So the same logic you have to use. So we are just reconciling two different balances, two different values. One, what is bank showing, another what your book, what your accountant has recorded is showing, right? And so we have to reconcile it. So the logic remains the same, that either you are reconciling your personal books with the bank book, or a business is reconciling the cash book bank column with the bank statement or the passbook, right? So the items which we discuss in the part 1 are very much same, the treatment is same. So I may not be spending the same time to discuss. You can have a look on the slide that the checks which are issued are not presented are added back. Interest which is credited by the bank directly, you are not aware of, is added back. Direct deposits by the customers which you are not aware till the moment when you are preparing the BRS are added back. Interest and dividend which is collected by the bank and you are not aware till the date, so you just ignore it, maybe by mistake, even that will be added back. Any check which is deposited in the bank but which is omitted by your accountant or by yourself to record in the cash book will be added back. And on the same pattern, all those checks which were sent for bank, which were sent to bank for collection and are not credited would be subtracted. The checks which were sent to bank for collection but are dishonored, even those will be subtracted. Any payment which is made directly by the bank on your behalf would be subtracted. Then any direct interest or commission which is charged by the bank to you is going to be subtracted. And the last item which is subtracted in this situation is any check issued but which is omitted to be recorded in the cash book. Your accountant, your office guy who is doing this basic recording has ignored completely by mistake, by error to record in the cash book. Even that would be subtracted to bring the cash book balance same to the passbook. Mind you, we are beginning with the cash book balance, credit balance in this case, right? So our end product after this whole process is completed, we would reach to the passbook balance, right? And if we are beginning with the credit balance as per cash book, we will reach with the opposite balance, that is debit balance as per passbook. Okay, so now we will learn how to prepare a bank reconciliation statement with the help of a case, a small case. So here is a small caselet in front of you. The bank column of the cash book of Messrs XYZ Limited shows a credit balance of 16,920. Friends, I hope you notice that when I stated this word credit balance, I really put an pressure on this word. Credit balance of rupees 16,920 on 31st March 2021. your treatment would be different. You know, your end result would be different if it is debit balance or the credit balance, right? On comparing the cash book with the passbook, there were few differences which were observed, and they are here as follows. Number one, the checks for rupees 60,000, they were sent for collection, but they have not been cleared by the bank. What does it mean? I will discuss each item, and then, so you have sent some check for 60,000 worth, right? And for collection, it means you are expecting that your bank balance will be up by 60,000, right? But the fact of the matter is that bank has not cleared it yet. So it means your bank account is short by 60,000 than what your cash book has. Alright. So accordingly, we would be adding or subtracting this. I will show you, how do we solve it. But this discussion is important because I am sharing the logic here. So logic is that your bank balance is up, and bank has, as per your bank column, your cash, as per your cash book bank column, this amount is up. But in actual, your bank, your bank statement is showing a shorter money because they actually did not collect, right? So the next item is checks worth 40,000 were issued but yet not presented. What will happen in this case? You have issued, you mean as a XYZ, Messrs XYZ has issued 40,000 worth checks, and these checks were not presented by the recipient. So the person who received this check may got some busy somewhere, may have some casualty, may have some urgency, could not manage time, simply could not present it to your bank for collection. What will be the outcome? What will be the effect? Your cash book bank column will show the amount at a reduced value of by 40,000. So it means your cash book will show a shorter value by 40,000, whereas the passbook will still show an higher amount by 40,000, right? So now you understand, you need to add or you subtract. I have given you the logic, right? So you can use your mind and think, I need to add this or subtract. Though I will discuss it after I discuss the question, I discuss the caselet, but you can use your own brain or you can keep on thinking by the time we reach to the solution. The third situation is a debit of rupees 2,000 on overdraft facility and 500 for collecting bill as per passbook has not been recorded in the cash book. So let's understand this situation. There is a debit of 2,000 rupees for overdraft facility. Overdraft facility is actually extended by banks. So businesses do avail this facility. Most of the businesses, they have the current account with any bank, and this facility is generally with the current bank facility only, not with the saving bank account, right? So you availed overdraft, means you actually paid or used funds from your bank account more than what you deposited. For that, bank is charging you some interest, right? So when a bank will charge some interest, they will debit it, because for bank, it is an asset they are receiving. It's a revenue for them, right? So revenue for bank of 2,000 rupees, but to you in your account it is a charge. Your account balance will go down by 2,000 as per passbook, and this 2,000 is a revenue for bank. Forget about that part. But the outcome is that bank has charged you 2,000 and your passbook is showing a reduced balance of 2,000, which you are not aware, because you are not aware that how much is been charged. So which means your cash book is showing a difference of 2,000, because you did not reduce this amount. It means your cash book has an higher value of 2000 rupees. Same thing will happen for 500 rupees for collecting the bills. Bills are issued by the customers, they pay you in bills, you deposit it in the bank and bank collects it later on the maturity date, right? So that for that bank charge you some commission, some charges. So here 500 is charge. So which means bank has charged you 500. So your passbook will show a reduced balance by 500. So in total 2000 plus 500, 2500 is reduced amount in your passbook which you were not aware, and that is why your cash book will show a higher amount of 2500 which you certainly need to reduce to reconcile with the passbook, right? The fourth situation is bank has credited interest of 6000 as per passbook which has not been recorded in the cash book. So bank gives you interest on the deposits you have in the account, and your account has been credited by 6000. So it means this amount is not recorded in the cash book, means your cash book bank column is showing a reduced balance of 6000. You need to increase it by 6000 to bring it to the same level of passbook, right? The next situation or the next item given is a bill receivable for rupees 7000 which was previously discounted with the bank. It has been dishonored and a debit in the passbook has been made by the bank. So we all know that bill receivables are instruments, they are promissory notes, they are financial instruments. So businesses issue bills, businesses receive bills. So here you as a company, as a XYZ Messrs XYZ have received a bill in of 7000 rupees in the past. You discounted it with the bank, so it means bank paid you money, and it has been on the date of maturity, it has been dishonored. So when it has been dishonored, bank will charge you because bank has already paid you and bank could not get the money from the issuers, right? So from the drawee, bank could not get the money. So it means bank will charge you. Your passbook will show a reduced balance by 7000. Okay, and it means your cash book would have a higher balance by 7000. So you need to reduce your cash book column, bank column of cash book by 7000 to reconcile it with the passbook. So that's how we shall be treating items. So what are we supposed to do now? We are supposed to prepare bank reconciliation statement as per the details given. So friends, here is the solution in front of you. So as we know that the format has 3 columns. At the top we begin with bank reconciliation statement. We write the name of the company, name of the firm. Here it is firm because it says Messrs. So we write bank reconciliation statement for Messrs XYZ. Then in the second line we write the date on which we are preparing the bank reconciliation statement. In the given case, it is as on 31st March 2021. But please do not get confused. It's not that we need to prepare bank reconciliation statement on the last day of financial year. This is by chance that in this case 31st March is given. But a bank reconciliation statement can be prepared on 30th January, 31st January, 28th Feb, 29th Feb, March, April, May, any day of the month, whenever a business feels the need for, right? So accordingly the date will be there. Then there are 3 columns: particulars, plus items and minus item. The beginning point in bank reconciliation statement is always the credit balance as per cash book or the debit balance as per the cash book, or debit balance as per passbook or credit balance as per passbook. So whatever is given in the situation. So we always begin with the given balance. It could be by balance as per cash book or balance as per passbook. And further, within the cash book balance, it could be debit or credit, and within the passbook balance, it could be debit and the credit. But the difference is, if it is credit balance as per cash book, means it is a negative value, and if it is a credit balance as per passbook, it is a positive value, means you have a deposit, you have a positive value. So in the given case, we had been given or we have been given credit balance as per cash book, means negative value. So friends, since it is a negative value, we will be putting it in the minus column. This is the most important thing, right? This is the most important thing. I have seen many people committing mistake here. They always put the value on the plus items without considering that it's a debit balance or a credit balance. In the previous case, in part 1, we were given debit balance as per cash book, right? And we put that value in the plus column. In this case, we have been given credit balance as per cash book, and that is why we are putting this value of 16,920 in the minus column. Alright. Then we are going to add up the checks which were issued but not presented. The amount was 40,000. So this check worth 40,000 has been added because you issued but it has not been presented. It means the passbook would have a higher amount of 40,000. So you need to reconcile your cash book with that of passbook, and that is why we are adding this. The third item was interest credited by the bank, so which you were not aware. So your passbook was showing 6,000 higher amount as we discussed earlier. So we are going to add up this 6,000 in our cash column, bank column of the cash book, right? So this 6,000 amount has been put in the plus item column. The next item was that there was a check which was sent for collection but was not credited, right? So we are going to reduce it. So you thought that bank has collected, so you have already added in the bank column of the cash book. Since it has not been actually collected by the bank, so we are going to reduce this amount from the bank column of the cash book. Okay. So we are going to reduce this 60,000 by putting it in the minus side, minus item. The fourth item was that bank charge is 2,500, which were not recorded by you in the cash book. So these 2,500 were given in two parts. 2,000 were for some other expense, and 500 were for another expense, so maybe was commission or some interest, I believe, in overdraft facility interest. So the sum together of 2,500 has been ignored or not recorded in the cash book column because we were not aware of. So we are going to add up, we are going to subtract this item 2,500 rupees from the from the bank column of the bank cash book when we are preparing the bank reconciliation statement. There was another item that there was a bill which was previously which was discounted by the bank and was given you as a credit 7,000. At maturity it got dishonored. So we are going to reduce these 7,000 rupees from our account, from our column, bank column of the cash book, simply because bank has already reduced the balance from your passbook, from your bank account. To bring it to the to bring it at par with the bank column, we are going to reduce it. So that is why the 7,000 amount has been put in the minus column. So after this we are going to make a total of plus items and total of minus item. So here the plus items are coming out to be 46,000, minus items are coming out to be 86,420. So the difference is 40,420. This will be shown as debit balance as per passbook, right? So this is very important, that debit balance as per passbook means this is an adverse balance, right? So friends, I hope you could understand that when we begin or when we start with the credit balance of a book, we end up with the debit balance, the opposite side balance of the other book. Same thing has happened in this case. We started with the cash book credit balance, and at the end we have debit balance as per passbook, which is basically overdraft facility, which is a negative money, right? So this is how we prepare the bank reconciliation statement in scenario number 2, which is credit balance as per cash book. In future lectures, we are going to learn, or we are going to cover another 2 scenarios, that how to prepare bank reconciliation statement when passbook debit as well as credit balance is given. So I look forward to meeting you again soon next week. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you.